Yes, hello and welcome. This is Elliot Splash and this is Albert Park, the Australian Grand Prix, for a 3-lap race with a new wheel. I've got my Logitech G27. It's finally here. And yeah, first impressions of the wheel before getting into the race. Humongous. I mean, the wheel I've got is a mini wheel. With the original wheel I had, it was £20 from Argos. This is £200, and yeah, it feels so good. I mean, it's got real leather around it. It feels brilliant. And yeah, it's a big thing. It's quite a big wheel. And even the pedals, you've got your clutch, brake, accelerator, and then you've got the separate gear stick with all the other buttons on it. But what I'm planning on doing in this video is, it's not just a 3-lap race around Australia to see how fast I am with the wheel. It's to see how good my car control is. So basically, I've set myself a challenge to get round this 3-lap race, regardless of where I finish, without crashing. If I finish 22nd, but I don't crash, that is my challenge completed. And that's what I am trying to do. If I fail, and I crash, restarting all again, until I can actually complete this race without crashing. Just so I can get used to this wheel. And a big thank you to all you watching. It has been a real pleasure to see the viewing figures go up lately over the last month. And yeah, just thank you for the continued support of my videos. And I'm planning to do a hell of a lot more of them, as we now try and go down the inside of Hamilton, give Rosberg a nice little touch there. And we are now up to 2nd place as the back end is stepping out, but we get control of that with a little bit of power. So now we're going to try and dive down the inside. No, we're not. We're too far back. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how long it is, how long this video is going to be, how many times it takes me to actually make it around the Albert Park circuit without crashing, as we now hit the grass and lose the back end, and we have crashed. So take 2 now, waiting for the 5 lights to go out for the 2nd time. And away we go. And we've had quite a decent start now, and we change up to 2nd early, and now we're just going to try and be cautious. We don't want to crash out. I mean, as I was pushing too hard there with a wheel that I'm not used to. I've never used a force feedback, as we lose the back end there, I've never used a force feedback wheel before, and I've never used a simulator grade wheel. All I've used is the last wheel I had was Thrustmaster Ferrari Challenge 3-in-1, I think it was called, a mini wheel, £20 from Argos. And then before that it was the original Xbox wheel, not for the Xbox 360, for the actual Xbox. And that was the last wheel before the wheel I got now I've actually used. So force feedback is a new thing to me, having a clutch is a new thing to me, but this wheel feels absolutely amazing. The paddles for changing up and down is absolutely brilliant. I mean, I can't use the gears, the actual gear stick that comes with the wheel, because it's only got 6 gears plus a reverse. So, and I need 8 gears for this game. But for other games, I'm planning on doing other games. If you have got a good idea for games that I should buy as we lock up there and we'll be lucky enough to make the corner, if you've got any ideas of what games I could buy or what challenges I can set myself to get myself used to this wheel, then tell me in the comments down below. If you think I should get Assetto Corsa or R Factor or Next Car Game, I think it's called, stuff like that, Project Cars, if you think I should get those when they come out and do videos on those games, tell me in the comments down below. And if you've got any ideas for challenges, well, tell me that as well. If you say, for instance, doing Singapore in the wet, 3 laps, when you crash you've got to restart again until you can actually do it. Now, if you think that is a good idea, drop in the comments down below, or your own ideas. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for the views on my Formula 1 career mode lately. It has been an absolute pleasure to do career mode, and I've been finding it really enjoyable. And it was just amazing to see one of my most recent videos one's had over 250 views. That was my Brazil and Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and the other one was, I believe, Malaysia. That's had 120 views. So yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for the continued support. As we lose the back end there once more, and it looks like we crashed. Yes, we have. So take 3 now. This is more difficult than I expected, to be honest. I will be honest. I thought I'd breeze past this. I thought maybe 2 takes, but not 3. As we get a lot of wheel spin off the line there, and we're just going to try and go down the inside. There wasn't enough room to dive down the inside of Rosberg and Hamilton, as we lose the back end once more, but Ricciardo was in the way and we sort of side pod glitched ourselves back into a straight line. So that is good, as we dive down the inside of Ricciardo, give him a little nudge, push him wide, but we are now back up to 3rd place, and hopefully we don't crash again, because that will be extremely annoying. But yeah, if you don't know what a Logitech G27 is, it's a simulator grade wheel, costs £200, and basically, I mean, there's better wheels. I mean, this is like a simulator grade wheel, but it is quite old. I believe it came out in 2011. I mean, there's better wheels. You've got the new Thrustmasters that have come out, you've got the new Fanatec wheels that have come out, but they're like £300, £400, £500. And from what I've heard with the Logitech, as we have Ricciardo there trying to overtake us, but we closed the door on him, and we've got a penalty for that. We've got a penalty for causing a collision for that, so all I did was close the door on him. But yeah, there is better wheels, but from what I've heard with the Logitech G27 is that it is quite a durable wheel. You can play with it for years and it doesn't break. There has been odd occasions when springs have gone and things like that, but they are easily changed in this wheel. You can just take the springs out. As we get really close there to the wall, and we've hit the grass, lost the back end and lost our front wing. So now it is take 4. Hopefully I'll do it in this take, because I am getting quite annoyed. I should be better than this. Well, it's just getting used to the feeling of the force feedback, because that throws me off guard. As soon as the force feedback kicks in, the wheel judders, and that just kicks me off my stride. I'm not used to it. I mean, it is really good, and once I get used to it, I should be alright. It's going to take me about a week to get used to, but yeah, at the moment, first day of having this wheel, it is a real issue to get used to this, but I'm going to put in a lot of time on this game, so you're going to see a lot of videos coming up in the next week or so, just to hopefully improve my skill with this wheel on this game. But yeah, the Logitech G27 is very durable, it looks brilliant, and it's £200, where the other ones are £300, £400, £500, and these are easily moddable. You can change it however you want. You can buy the parts online, make it as good as one of the £500 wheels for around about 50-60 quid. So yeah, it is quite a good wheel. It's a lot better than the wheel I was using, I will admit. The wheel I was using is probably about 1/3 of the size of this wheel, and it wasn't right. It wasn't supported by the game, so there was a talk of having some secret assist, and I couldn't put it into steering wheel mode, because it wasn't supported by the game. As we lose the back end once more, but luckily enough we correct it, and now we're going to start lap 2 for the 4th take of trying to get around Australia, one of the easiest tracks, for 3 laps. Could you imagine if I tried doing Monaco or Singapore or maybe Sochi? I mean, Sochi, you've got a lot of runoff areas, but if you hit one of them massive sausage curbs, you're a goner. So they might be my next challenges. I might do select few racetracks and do a survival challenge, basically. This is what this is, a survival challenge. Surviving for 3 laps without crashing. So, yeah, I am just really impressed with the wheel. It is taking me a lot to get used to, but you can't jump from a grade D wheel to a grade A wheel and expect to be as good at it as you was on the old wheel, because that one you just turned in, and it had secret assists and everything. So this has got no assists on it at all, except for the corner guides and manual and suggested gearing. So as we're coming around, hopefully we can make it to lap 3 this time. I haven't made it to lap 3 yet, but then actually hopefully I can complete this challenge in this this one, as we come around the penultimate corner, coming onto the last corner. This is where I keep on losing traction, and the back end. It's just extremely difficult to get the traction down in that corner. Getting the power down, even in gear 3, if I short shift into gear 4, I'm still wheel spinning. And I thought that might have been the issue, but it actually wasn't, as we've started lap 3 now. And hopefully it's just one more lap now, one more lap, and I've completed this challenge. I'm not going particularly fast. Massa's just set a 128 and I'm setting 130.7s. So I've still, and 128, 127 is what I used to score on the old wheel. So I'm losing about 3 seconds getting used to this wheel, but I'm 2/10 up in the first sector, so that is quite good. So yeah, it's just going to take me a while to get used to this wheel, but hopefully it won't take me too long. I am planning on not doing a career mode for a few days, however that may change, just until I get used to this wheel. I have got my league race on Friday, that's going to be interesting. And it's going to be interesting to see how good I'm actually going to be without a wheel, with assists and with steering mode turned on. I mean, I might as well have been using a Xbox 360 controller than that steering wheel. It wasn't exactly brilliant, but it got the job done. As we're coming around towards the penultimate corner to finish the challenge, as long as we do not crash out on the last corner onto the last straight, and we have a little bit of oversteer but not as much as before, and it looks like we've done it. We've completed the Survive Australia challenge with the Logitech G27 wheel, first time using force feedback, and yeah, it only took me 4 tries to actually get it done. But yeah, thank you for watching. This has been Elliot Splash. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, this is me signing out.